Dave Anthony, Fox News. The House plans to vote on a resolution to set up rules and public hearings in their impeachment inquiry. Republicans have called the private questioning of witnesses illegitimate, but Democratic Congressman Jim Himes just told Fox at these depositions,
there's been perfectly equal time between the two parties,
right.
And they, of course, will have exactly that right when we go to open hearings.
And what about the Intel Committee chairman not allowing some Republican questions?
Adam Schiff felt that some of the questions that were being asked, the answers would point to the identity of the whistleblower who has the right to remain anonymous.
Well, this hour, more closed-door testimony. Fox's John Decker's live at the White House.
Tim Morrison, the top Russia advisor on the National Security Council, is the second White House official to testify who was on the phone call when President Trump asked the Ukrainian president to investigate Joe Biden and his son Hunter. Morrison is expected to corroborate key elements of testimony already given by the acting U.S. ambassador to Ukraine, who claimed that military aid to Ukraine was being withheld until President Zelensky announced such an investigation. Morrison is leaving his post on the NSC, which the White House said he's been considering doing for some time. Dave?
A new wildfire broke out early this morning in California, torching 4 homes in San Bernardino. This is the fire. It keeps burning uncontained in Simi Valley.
Wind gusts still going strong. Fortunately, firefighters were able to stop those flames from getting to the Reagan Library yesterday. The fire threatened 7,000 other structures and damaged 2 homes.
Fox's Christina Coleman. Up to the north in Sonoma County, that fire that burned down nearly 100 homes is now almost half contained. They partied past midnight in Washington celebrating a World Series title.
Oh my goodness, I've been waiting for this my entire life.
It's the Nationals' first ever championship. They beat the Houston Astros 6-2 in Game 7. I'm Dave Anthony, and America's listening to Fox News.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I'm Dr. Jeff Gooden, and I treat pain with Salonpas. That's because practicing good medicine is my responsibility as a doctor. For back or joint pain, I agree with CDC guidance that recommends using topical pain relievers first, like Salonpas Patch Large. Salonpas is powerful, FDA approved to relieve debilitating moderate pain, yet non-addictive and gentle on the body. Look for the green Salonpas box in the pain relief aisle. Salonpas. It's good medicine.
Well, not long after Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg took some heat at a congressional hearing defending the social media site not fact-checking political advertising, Twitter's CEO tweets a new policy.
In a series of tweets, Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey reveals the company will ban all political ads globally starting November 22nd. Dorsey says a political message earns reach when people decide to follow an account or retweet. Paying for reach removes that decision, forcing highly optimized and targeted political messages on people. He adds, this isn't about free expression. This is about paying for reach, a decision he says should not be compromised by money. The changes will affect both candidate ads and issue ads, though ads promoting voter registration will still be allowed. The move in contrast to Facebook's controversial policy, not fact-checking politicians' ads. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
The Trump campaign calls it a dumb decision. Joe Biden's campaign, the Democrat, applauds Twitter's move. 2 sheriff's deputies are recovering in West Virginia the morning after they were shot investigating a robbery in Cabell County. The shooter was killed in the gunfight. His father, wounded, may face charges. It's another day in court in New York City for actor Cuba Gooding Jr.
to face another charge of sexual misconduct. The Jerry Maguire actor is expected to plead not guilty to a misdemeanor charge. According to his lawyer, Mark Heller, Gooding is already facing a criminal case over an accusation that he touched a woman's breast at a bar in Manhattan and pinched a woman's butt in a nightclub. The charges have not been made public, but Heller said they are similar to those involving the 2 other women, adding there is video exonerating his client. However, prosecutors said they hope to establish a pattern of behavior at Gooding's trial with testimony from 12 other women who said they were subject to unwanted touching by the actor. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
There's a tentative agreement in Chicago between teachers and the city, but they're not ready to return to class, and a dispute still over what to do about lost school days. On Wall Street, stock futures are lower. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
ESPN 93.5. Good morning. Happy Halloween. It's the last day of the 10th month of 2019. News brought to you by Classic Plumbing. Honest, affordable, and professional with a 2-year warranty on all their work. Call 586-PIPE or see their page on Facebook. Online, classicplumbinginc.com.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. Probation is a sentence for a Rantoul man who admitted he robbed a man outside a Rantoul motel in September. 30-year-old Stephen Houston pleaded guilty in October to aggravated robbery. He admitted that on September 5th, he took money from a man while he was believed to be in possession of a gun. Another charge of theft from person was thrown out as part of the plea deal. A Mahomet man is facing drug charges after police found several ounces of cannabis in his car. 22-year-old Justin Creighton was arrested after a deputy saw his car weaving over the center line on Illinois 47 in Mahomet and initiated a traffic stop. The deputy could smell cannabis, and a drug-sniffing dog helped to confirm that. Creighton had almost $900 in his pocket, and a search of the car turned up a backpack that had just over 9 ounces of cannabis and a digital scale inside. He has been charged with possession with intent to deliver cannabis and possession of 100 to 500 grams of cannabis. He'll be back in court next month. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
According to Classic Plumbing, these facts are essential for good work. Classic plumbers are experienced, qualified, and consistent. Right up front, you'll know all the work is warranted for 2 years. Their $55 diagnostic fee covers your estimate and applies to your job. Classic Plumbing promotes a culture of doing good work and hiring outstanding local people. Tim Culver's Classic Plumbing in Urbana and Mahomet get you technology with the tradition of value. Call 586-PIPE. Look them up on Facebook or online, classicplumbinginc.com.
And now your weather brought to you by the Blossom Basket Floors, from simple to simply magnificent, with 2 locations. Village at the Crossing, Champaign, Cunningham and Urbana, 367 Rose, or blossombasket.com. Next week at this time, it'll be 6:07. Now it's 7:07 and dark.
Yes.
It's really dark.
I don't like the change in the time, but that's coming too. I don't necessarily care for this forecast, but what can I do?
Nothing.
Today's high, 33. That's what we're at now. Temperatures falling throughout the day. Winds picking up 23 miles per hour, down to 23 tonight. Snowy and windy. I saw on TV, they're talking about accumulation, maybe an inch.
I'm certainly not ready for that.
I know that. I didn't know where my scraper was this morning. Mike was like, do you think you'll have to scrape your windshield? Sunshine tomorrow, high 47, low 32. 41 the high on Saturday with the clouds. Partly cloudy and a high near 50 on Sunday. We're currently at 33. ESPN 93.5 saying Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody. So, what is the trick-or-treating tonight?
The trick-or-treat times have been adjusted in Fisher, Mansfield, and Farmer City. They're canceling it tonight, and they're saying we'd rather do this on Friday, November 1st, when the weather's better. From 5 to 8.
You're not a fan of changing Halloween?
I'm not.
Right.
I mean, I was most of the 90s down in Louisiana. That's like saying, oh, the weather's bad on Fat Tuesday. Let's push it to Ash Wednesday. I mean, there's religious reasons behind a lot of our festivals and events. And like in this case for Halloween, it's the day before All Saints Day. And All Saints Day is November 1st.
Well,
and we're supposed to honor the dead.
Can we move that to November 2nd? See, you can do this in small towns. You can't do it in anything bigger than a few thousand people. Maybe even that's too big. How many live in Fisher? 1,000? I mean, you can't possibly
do because Farmer City.
Well, but they're going to still come today and tomorrow.
They probably will.
You're not going to get the word out to everybody, are you?
Right.
All right. Anyway.
And then when this was texted in yesterday that because of the lousy forecast, Fisher moved to November 1st, then I was thinking, oh, wow, that's a conflict with some of the football, right? Well, Fisher is playing Cumberland at 2 o'clock on Saturday. I forgot we're in playoffs now. So.
Well, for the bigger communities, today Champaign is what, 6 to 8?
6 to 8, okay. Champaign, Urbana, Homer, Rantoul. Most communities are 6 to 8, but I see that Paxton and Villa Grove start at 5. And, why can't we all get on the page with 6 to 8 either? So, St. Joseph is 5:30, as is Tuscola.
Yeah, okay, listen, it's Halloween. Good for you. Hope you like your costume. Bundle up. It's going to be cold and rainy. And did you say the possibility of the inches tonight?
That's right.
Okay. And then what's the football game on Saturday?
I'm thinking, I heard that. Let's see.
I got it.
Okay, so a high 40 expected. So that's probably by 2, right? So,
hey man, it's November,
and it's a 2:30 kickoff. So I'm sure it'll be around 40 at that time.
Well, we'll just deal with it because it's fall, it's cold, it's football time. Mm-hmm. Saturday I have 40 for the high, 29 early for tailgating, but it is a 2:30 kickoff. So
you're right. So I think it'll be probably 40, and it'll be great weather on Sunday morning at 8:30 when I start that 5K at the Arboretum near Lincoln and Florida over by the Japan House and all that. Should be great for the first Dad's Day 5K led by Athletic Director Josh Whitman.
Elizabeth Warren last night was asked a pretty interesting question. She wants Medicare for all, meaning everybody has coverage. We're really struggling right now to pay that for people that need it. And now you go ahead and add everybody else into it. And there have been studies about losing 2 million administrative jobs. It's all cool if you're not administration. Here's last night Elizabeth Warren.
An economist at the University of Massachusetts Amherst told Kaiser Health News earlier this year that could result in about 2 million jobs lost. He said those would be mostly administrative positions in insurers, doctors' offices. And he said that politicians who want to move toward that system, Medicare for all, have to think about what a, quote, just transition, a fair transition would look like. What would that look like for you?
So I agree. I think this is part of the cost issue and should be part of a cost plan.
I agree. It's part of the cost issue. Yes, we're going to lose 2 million jobs. What else is going to happen? And how are we paying for that again? Middle class doesn't have a tax raise. She doesn't know that either. It's an undoable deal. I would love it to be fine. Right. It's easy. Here, just go do that. And if the doctors and nurses and hospitals would just not be paid, that would work great. But you got to pay them too.
Yes, you do. I mean, it's silly to propose such outlandish propositions.
Well, it's just it's acceptable. It's part of the cost issue. It just says, yes, we're going to lose. Well, 2 million is just probably the tip of the iceberg. And so, yeah, if you think about that, you go from Kankakee down to, I don't know, Marion. Would that be 2 million people? Everybody would lose their job. I mean, that's the tandem. That's how big a number that is. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
And if you're 48 years old and been working 20 years and you have a pretty good deal going, then we don't need you anymore because all the insurance has to go away. Why would you take 180 million people? They're pretty happy. You're pretty happy. You got Health Alliance. You guys are good. Why would you take that away and force them off, which is what they're proposing? Pretty crazy.
It is.
Still go back to the Poison Ivy Batman scene.
You spoil her lands, poison her oceans, blacken her skies. You're killing her.
Well, your intentions are noble, but no diesel fuel for heat, no coolants to preserve food. Millions of people would die of cold and hunger alone.
Acceptable losses in the battle to save the planet.
People come first, Dr. Eisen.
Mammals. A day of reckoning is coming.
Yep. That's not far from AOC.
I know it.
It's not.
Know it.
She can't sleep at night. She won't have children. Andrew Wing, is that his name? Running for president, going to give me $1,000 a month. He says it's too late. We have to go to higher ground. All right, we'll get to sports. We have a new World Series champion.
Yes, we do.
Hot did beat better.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, unbelievable. Sometimes it's just, you're going to win. It just, what do they say, teams of destiny? 7:14 ESPN 93.5. John Decker live from the White House, bottom of the hour. The Democrats taking a vote on the impeachment procedure. That's at the bottom of the hour.
Hula Hands is the perfect choice to wind down this time of year with that special someone.
I love their Tuesday Live in the Lounge feature with music playing after work.
Plus, the happy apps and drinks specials happen throughout the week, 4 to 6 p.m. and 9 till close.
If you want to meet friends or clients, have a great meal and chat, Hula Hands is classy with great service, food, and drinks. And Sunday brunch, 9 to 2.
Hula Hands
in the iHotel and Conference Center at 1st and St. Mary's Road.
Jay Lehman is back on the Jeremy Warner Show this fall.
Tell Lisa Byington, I have never seen Wisconsin get schemed up like they're getting schemed up on some place. Because I saw some chunk runs. I saw Navarro's pass. I haven't seen that this year.
Get the insight from the former All-American Illini linebacker and Rose Bowl team captain. Catch him on Monday morning starting at 10 a.m. as he talks Illini football and breaks down the rest of the Big Ten. Thanks to Molitor Financial Group and Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Don't miss a thing, and be sure to check out our podcast online at espncu.com. Long's Garage, the oldest auto repair facility in Champaign-Urbana, deals with engine repairs, transmissions, brakes, suspensions, electrical, air conditioning. But one thing they pride themselves on in the one-stop shop for vehicle repairs is tires. Kumho Tires is having an instant rebate sale. If you buy a set of 4 Kumho passenger tires, you get a $60 credit. If you have a truck and buy a set of 4 light truck tires, you get a $120 credit. So go on to Long's Garage at 503 East Main Street or schedule an appointment at 217-367-3942.
All right, baseball, ladies and gentlemen, has ended. It's all over for a whole 100 days. Here's sports headlines, Diane Ducey.
Pitchers and catchers check in 100 days.
Something like that.
Okay. Nats over the Astros 6-2, winning all 4 road games. Such an unusual stat and an unusual series. Let's hear more from Matt DePotentalo.
For the first time in franchise history, the Washington Nationals are World Series champions. The Nats coming away with a Game 7 victory tonight over the Houston Astros to win the World Series 4-3, capping off a historic feat of all 7 games in this fall classic being won by the visiting team as the Nationals won their 4 at Minute Maid Park. The Nationals tuning out naysayers as they were able to come away with the World Series win without slugger Bryce Harper, whom they lost this past offseason to a long-term deal with the Philadelphia Phillies. Matt Napolitano, Fox News.
And Twitter was going crazy about Nanny Nanny Boo Boo Bryce Harper. Too bad you left. Come on, folks, just enjoy it.
The parade in the D.C. area is on Saturday. You know, I was hearing all these reports because you were saying Nationals have never won it. Of the Senators winning it back
1924,
in 1924.
But this franchise who came from Montreal.
Right, I believe in 05.
Yeah. 05, 06, something like
that's
that.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so we had Cleveland over the Bulls. Bulls off to a rocky start. 117-111 was the final. Pacers over the Brooklyn Nets, 118-108. But what's trending is Golden State Warriors losing to Phoenix 121-110 with Steph Curry at the age of 31 breaking his left hand. So the MRI CT scan due to determine the surgery and the recovery timetable. I just took a look and, you know, it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was intended, obviously, and it wasn't like somebody really pushed him down and was anybody's fault. He was just going for it and had a hard fall.
You enjoy these runs because they don't last forever.
You're right.
Golden State has had an amazing 5-year run, but no Klay Thompson. Now Steph Curry's out. Kevin Durant left. I mean, they'll be good to make the playoffs.
Right.
I mean, that'll be amazing if they make the playoffs with that team.
So, St. Louis over Minnesota on ice last night. The Blues won it 2-1. That's essentially sports. It's really all about the World Series.
Yep.
I know there's a suspended player on the Illinois football team, Larry Oladipo. Student discipline process is underway with that.
Some sort of domestic they're investigating, I think, Larry Oladipo.
That's right. So our football team getting up for the 2:30 kickoff against Rutgers. And, of course, tomorrow we start an exhibition game basketball-wise at the State Farm Center, taking on Lewis University at 7 o'clock.
Yep, my last packet of tickets will do that here on the show. We've got 4 for the Lewis exhibition. We've got 4 for the Rutgers football game Saturday afternoon at 2:30. So stand by. Brad Underwood was on the drive last night, did a great job, was in good spirits.
Yep.
And looking forward to the season ahead. So good to have Brad Underwood in our studio with Lonte and Derek Piper. Weather brought to you by Gerber Collision. When do you get it to Gerber? When you back into someone who's backing out, that's when you get it to Gerber. Locations throughout Central Illinois. Visit GerberCollision.com or call 8777-GERBER to find your nearest Gerber location.
What a Halloween with the precipitation and windy conditions. Kind of scary for the ghosts and goblins out today. We've got a high 33 down to 23. That could change to snow later, and I've heard even an inch of accumulation.
I'm going to stop saying that because that's not going to happen.
It's just whatever. You know what? It'll be fine. It's not a showstopper.
47 on Friday with sunshine, clouds, high 40 on Saturday, 49 on Sunday, partly cloudy.
Fox Business Minute brought to you by Eric Bolin, Provident Financial Group in Champaign, where partnerships are built on trust. Find Eric at Provident Financial Group, LLC.com. I'm Stevie J. Diane Ducey here. It's 7:20.
I'm Deirdre Bolton, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Fiat Chrysler, the maker of Chrysler, Ram trucks, Dodge, and Jeep models, is merging with France's PSA, the parent company of Peugeot. The Wall Street Journal says the deal would instantly give Peugeot access to Fiat Chrysler's showrooms across the U.S., including those selling Jeep SUVs and Ram trucks. Ford and the UAW have reached a tentative contract they negotiated for just 3 days. Apple and Facebook are reporting stronger than expected earnings. Dunkin' Brands says it's been selling more premium beverages, espresso and cold brews, and also more breakfast sandwiches. That helped it to a better than expected quarter. Sales were up. Its business was stronger than a year ago. But Wayfair is continuing to lose money. Its loss in the summer quarter was more than a year ago. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola, invested in you.
I'm Maria Bartiromo from Fox Business. My parents lived the American dream. My father cooked in his restaurant. I was the coat check girl. Today, I'm still working the hardest I've ever worked, giving my viewers every tool I can to help them succeed.
I'm Stuart Varney from Fox Business. My first investment, traveling the world for about 5 years and ending up right here in America. Damn good investment, actually. Fox Business.
Invested in you.
Did you know the manufacturing industry employs more than 11,700 women and men in Champaign County? Join Champaign County EDC and the Atkins Group as we celebrate National Manufacturing Day and Illinois Manufacturing Month this October. Local companies like Latania Sports Group, APL Engineered Materials, and Apprentice are opening their doors to the public for tours, and we're proud to celebrate their contribution to our local economy. To learn more and register for these tours, visit mfgday.com. That's mfgday.com.
It's one of the largest shows in Central Illinois, and it's just in time for the holiday season. Don't miss the 40th Annual Kris Kringle Arts and Crafts Show, November 1st and 2nd at the Garden in Urbana on West Killarney Drive. Over 60 vendors, all on one level, and goodie bags to the first 100 attendees each day. Don't miss the 40th Annual Kris Kringle Arts and Crafts Show, presented by Illinois Heartland Decorative Artists. Go to ihda.us. And don't miss the 40th Annual Kris Kringle Arts and Crafts Show, Friday, November 1st from 3 to 9 p.m. and Saturday, November 2nd, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Trade pros. Whether you specialize in service or new construction, Ferguson knows firsthand how much work goes into a long day on the job, which is why we're committed to offering the products and solutions to get every job done right. With over 1,000 locations, an unmatched selection of specialty products, tools, and supplies, our pro pickup and same or next day delivery, you can trust that doing business with Ferguson will be the easiest part of your hard day's work. Visit Ferguson.com to find a counter location near you.
Enjoy Urbana Park District events year-round. The Senior Club for people age 50 plus meets the second Tuesday of each month at noon. Inquire about the potluck meal with entertainment. Meet friends new and old. Members like trips and excursions of all interests. Residents pay just $12 and $15 for non-residents. Want more information about the Senior Club with the Urbana Park District? Call 367-1544 or go online to urbanaparks.org. That's urbanaparks.org.
It's only a movie. It's not funny. You were scared, weren't you? I wasn't that scared. Yeah, you were scared.
Oh, Michael, a long time ago.
Yeah, he sounds like a girl.
It's close to midnight.
So talented.
Oh, yeah. What a great concert.
You saw him in New York?
I did.
Right
4.5 hour long concert. It was a tribute to him and just had so much fun at that show.
That was before 9/11?
Mm-hmm, the day before.
Wow. Anyway, happy Halloween.
Yes.
Trick-or-treating. I'm probably short of candy, but what is it? You know, usually we have 150 kids come by, maybe?
I don't know how it's going to be.
It's not going to be as many.
A lot of parents probably saying, pass.
Yeah. No,
let's just see what we got here at the house.
Just do what I used to do when the kids would bring things home to sell. I just donate to the school to not give them that. as opposed to knocking on every door 3 times.
Exactly.
4 with Nathaniel. So I just go give your kids candy and dump it in the bag. You can do that too. Yeah. Okay, coming up, John Decker live from the White House. There's lots to cover this morning. Democrats taking a vote. And again, it just doesn't make any sense. And I guess it's proving that if you say impeachment enough, there's enough of the public that really isn't very aware that will think that president should be impeached. They have no idea why. And there really isn't any impeachable anything here. If you go on the standards of our past presidents, this is ridiculous. Was Barack Obama impeachable when he lied to the country about Benghazi? And he clearly did. We now know with Hillary's emails that they knew that night that this was a terrorist hit, an attack versus a spontaneous eruption from an American movie maker.
Right.
Barack Obama carried that out right before the 2012 election for 2.5 weeks with the same lie.
Yeah.
To me, that's pretty investigatable and impeachable. That's a lie to the American people ahead of an election that could sway an election.
Horrible.
It's just so frustrating. It's not the same standard. And so, Bill Clinton perjured himself, the whole Monica Lewinsky thing. He was impeached, but he wasn't convicted. Richard Nixon covered up a 2-bit burglary. Pretty small potatoes. It's always a cover-up. And so it would be more credible if they weren't trying to get him on every turn. They started talking about impeachment November 7, right after the election.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a shock. 99% of the people and all the polling said Hillary had it. It was a cakewalk. Everybody was ready to celebrate. The banners were going. The balloons were up. Everything was ready. And it didn't happen. So he must have cheated with the Russians. So then he went to the Mueller report and had to do all of that. And they found out, well, gosh, maybe not. Well, he did something else. His taxes, the phone call. It's ridiculous. It's just not impeachable. And if you're going to start impeaching folks because you can't stand them, it is a bad reason. What you do is you go to the ballot box, you vote for anybody else. That's how you get rid of Donald Trump. You don't do it with this fabricated stuff of this behind closed doors. That's the purpose of this vote, to kind of bring it out in the open. And we'll see, but it's not going anywhere in the Senate. This is a complete waste of time and energy. But if you get this guy over and over and over, you have a complicit media, and they're going to say he's impeachable. He says this, it's getting close. The polls are showing. He said, and you whip it up. People at the mall don't have it. They don't have any idea what's going on.
You're right.
They just know he's a bombastic guy that can antagonize, and he's made a lot of enemies. So when they get a chance to get even, they do. If you think this guy has any impeachable, it's just, come on, man. Based on, I'm talking about equal justice under the law, the same for everybody. Come on. What happened before the election? Hillary got the dossier. It appears Barack Obama's administration was in on all of that. That report's coming out. This could be incredible, but I don't think you're going to hear about it. They're going to read it and say Donald Trump's using his Justice Department as a weapon. They're not going to say what happened before the election when Hillary Clinton bought the dossier that started the whole Mueller investigation on the rest of it. It's ridiculous. John Decker coming up. You're always welcome to chime in. 359-2255. We'd love to hear your opinion. Dick Van Dyke Appliance World has an opinion on appliances. Mm-hmm. Really good at them. And if you want to get one, maybe before Thanksgiving, now's your time to browse. Go on in, check them out. You can go online to get it started at appliance-world.com, appliance-world.com. But they're your number one independent appliance dealer in all of Central Illinois. They've been there doing this since Jimmy Carter, 1977. Dick Van Dyke Appliance World carries Maytag, Electrolux, Bosch, Frigidaire, GE, Whirlpool, more. They have the new European hot brand Beko.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you can receive a free 10-year protection plan.
Wow.
Dick Van Dyke Appliance. Could you go a little higher on that?
I was going to.
Plus, you can receive a free 10-year protection plan.
Wow.
There you go. Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Their people will know their product. They'll bring it to your home. Appliance-world.com. Appliance-world.com. You look at the TV commercials, Big 4-7. Jay Lehman does Dick Van Dyke Appliance World's TV commercials.
Uh-huh.
And they're darn good.
Yes.
Appropriate for an Emmy or something. Okay, John Decker is standing by. Very common and popular address, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. That'll be next.
Colossians chapter 3 verse 15 says, "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts. Since as members of one body you are called to peace. And be thankful." Thanksgiving is coming up. It's more than just the food. It's the people you break bread with. It's the fellowship of one uniform body. It's folding your hands and going to the Lord to give thanks for all the provisions God has afforded you. Blossom Basket Florist has multiple Thanksgiving and fall-themed bouquets and centerpieces to help you remember to be thankful for one more thing, God's all-natural creation. Get started ordering your fall centerpiece. Go to blossombasket.com.
Do you think all premium fuels are the same? Well, your engine doesn't. New Shell V-Power Nitro Plus helps keep your engine running like new because it's engineered to defend against 4 main engine threats: gunk, wear, corrosion, and friction. So next time, choose Shell's most advanced fuel ever. It's fuel for thought. In engines that continuously use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus premium gasoline.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The House is expected to debate and then vote this morning on a resolution formalizing the impeachment process. Connecticut Democrat Jim Himes is on the House Intelligence Committee.
It describes the rules and it gives all kinds of rights to the president lawyer.
White House counsel Kellyanne Conway.
Don't allow people to overturn the last election results or to interfere in the next ones.
They're on Fox and Friends this morning. There's a new wildfire burning in California in San Bernardino, that's east of Los Angeles. Most evacuation orders are lifted for the Getty fire in L.A. Fox's Christina Coleman's covering the fire in Simi Valley.
The easy fire threatened the Reagan Library. Those flames were fueled by wind gusts of up to 60 miles per hour at times. The fire threatened 7,000 other structures and damaged 2 homes.
The Kincaid fire in Northern California is now reported to be 45% contained. Firefighters say they think they've turned the corner on that one. America's listening to Fox News.
ESPN 93.5. Check your local news, brought to you by your 217 mortgage team at Illinois National Bank. When you plan to buy your next home, go with Justin Gensler and the 217 mortgage team at Illinois National Bank. Visit them at their new location, 217 South Neal in downtown Champaign.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. A Mahomet man is facing drug charges after police found several ounces of cannabis in his car. 22-year-old Justin Creighton was arrested after a deputy saw his car weaving over the center line on Illinois 47 in Mahomet and initiated a traffic stop. The deputy could smell cannabis, and a drug-sniffing dog helped to confirm that. Creighton had almost $900 in his pocket, and a search of the car turned up a backpack that had just over 9 ounces of cannabis and a digital scale inside. The 2019 Illinois report card is out. WLS says graduation rates held steady and the state's reading performance was even for 2019. We continue to have trouble with truancy. This year it hit its highest level since 2004 at 13.4% this year. The rate of chronic truants more than doubled from 3.2% to 8.6%. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
The ruling on the field is under review. Have you ever wished you could throw the challenge flag in real life so that you could slow everything down and let the experts take a second look? Mortgage lenders are like referees. Some are better than others, and sometimes even the best miss a call. If you aren't 100% sure that you're getting the best possible deal on your mortgage, call me, David Nelson, and the team of local mortgage experts at INB to throw the challenge flag on your mortgage lender today.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 47721. Davidson MLS is 1718338.
ESPN 93.5, go local with CMI, Chemical Maintenance Incorporated, for all your janitorial and equipment needs. Reviews are in. Folks love Betsy and Brad Parks and their team at CMI. One reviewer says, "We're so happy to have found CMI. What an awesome team. We're working with Betsy Parks and Mindy Smith. They have gone above and beyond for us. We were truly in a bind. When it came to our flows, not only did CMI have the products we needed, they delivered them. No additional cost. Same day." What? Go local. CMI online. CMIclean.com. All right, let's deal with it, my friends. It's Halloween and it's cold and maybe snowy.
That's right. In fact, they say maybe an inch of snow later on tonight. We've got a high 33 expected. Temperatures dropping down to 23 tonight. Winds up to 23 miles per hour. We've got sunshine in the forecast tomorrow, which is why Fisher, Farmer City, and Mansfield have moved their trick-or-treating tomorrow. I'm sorry. I can't even say it with a straight face. Who does that? High 47, low 32 tomorrow. Mostly cloudy on Saturday as Rutgers come to town. A high 40, so that'll be kickoff temperature. Down to around 29 in the evening. Up towards 50 with partly cloudy conditions on Sunday. Right now, 33, ESPN 93.5.
Okie dokie. We'll have an offer from the Go Stever world. Stand by for that. From the Mettler Center, where I pay you to help you. Stand by. I'll tell you all about that in just a few moments. We have the new day after the World Series. We have the odds as who's going to win next year's World Series. Where are the Cubs and Cardinals? I'll tell you about that. And I've got one more Dandy packet for you. 4 tickets to the Illini basketball game Friday night and 4 tickets to Illinois Rutgers Saturday afternoon. Combo deal here. Full meal deal here. Friday night, Saturday, I'll take care of it. Stand by for that before 8 o'clock as well. Good to have you listening. It is Halloween 2019. I am Stevie J. John Decker. John Decker. John Decker. I want to talk to John Decker. He is the one we know. I want to talk to John Decker. He's at the White House in press room. And the only place in America that has a theme for our White House ace. It's John Decker. How are you, my friend?
Hey, I'm great, Stevie. The whole city of Washington, D.C. Elated today after the World Series championship last night in Houston, Texas. And big parade, Stevie. We're counting on you to show up and be the MC. It's happening on Saturday, so please come to the nation's capital.
I can do that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Bryce Harper.
No, not on the team. Oh, that was a low blow. But, boy, this city is so happy about this. Of course, the first time there's been a World Series champion in this city, I think, since most people were alive, and we'll take it. And Strasburg had an amazing series, MVP, and the whole team contributed to winning this series. And I think it's historic, in the sense that every team that played on the road won their game, and we saw that last night in Houston.
Never happened before. Very odd that in the 115th World Series, the road team wins every single time. And, sometimes you're just a team of destiny. The Nationals were in real trouble in the 8th inning in the wild card game against Milwaukee. And they rallied and Anthony Rendon, he's going to look so good in a Cardinal uniform. I can't wait. It'll be so fun. And Steven Strasburg, I heard, is going to join the Cardinals. It's going to be so fun.
We'll see. Look, they're free agents. They can do what they want to do. They have to think about their future. But for the time being, we're not thinking about what may happen next season. We're thinking about what just happened last night, and couldn't be happier.
Yep, I'm excited for the great city of Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. John Decker's live at the White House this morning. The House makes a vote on the process and procedure toward impeachment. What does all of it mean?
Well, what it means is it's the ground rules going forward governing the next phase of this impeachment inquiry, Stevie. So the resolution drafted by House Democrats, it means that from the moment that this resolution is passed, and it will be passed, there'll be public hearings. It also provides due process rights for the president and his counsel to respond to evidence that's brought forward. And it also sets out the process for considering articles of impeachment in first the Judiciary Committee, Stevie, and then the full House. And the measure is expected to be voted along party lines. Only 4 Democrats, I see, remain non-committal about this resolution.
Wonder what this means for election 2020 and these House seats that were owned by Donald Trump in the red states?
Good question. I don't know. I don't think anybody knows full well the answer to that. And it might be too soon to know, given, there's a lot that we don't know in terms of testimony that may be given. For instance, John Bolton, the former national security advisor, his lawyer saying that they will accept a subpoena to testify, meaning we could see John Bolton testify as early as next week, and that would be a public hearing. It would be televised, and that would be obviously a very big deal, depending upon what he says to lawmakers who will be asking him questions on the impeachment inquiry.
I have never been a fan of John Bolton. To me, he's just such a, I guess, zealot is the word that comes to my mind. I've never cared for him either way. When Donald Trump picked him, I never cared for him. And he didn't pick him, it just wasn't my style. In any event, it'll be explosive. The guy, so many people in Washington, as you know, John, it's all about me. It's all about me, baby. It's all about me. So,
no, you're absolutely right about that. And, John Bolton has been certainly one of those establishment Republicans, worked in George W. Bush's administration, served as U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, other senior roles, and he'll be on the spot. Obviously his lawyer saying we're not going to volunteer to appear before the committee, but we will accept a subpoena.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a lot of that. I mean, in the sense that Tim Morrison, he's the individual who will testify today before the impeachment inquiry. That will be behind closed doors. He's the top Russia advisor on the president's national security advisor, and he was in on that phone call. He listened in on that phone call, so he'll provide some further, perhaps, ammunition for Democrats who wish to pursue impeachment against the president.
But am I to believe, John, that with the transcript and all the people that were listening to this call, that they got together and cheated and lied and erased stuff and rephrased stuff, that they had a consensus? It doesn't make any sense. People have different ears when they hear different things based on their life experiences and beliefs. And the guy that's concerned, he was concerned. That's fine. But the other 8 weren't. So I don't understand this. And based on history, couldn't we go in and listen to every single phone call every president has made and find issues with something?
Perhaps. I've always maintained this. This is why I think the prior occupants of the Oval Office are very pleased that their phone conversations with other world leaders have not been made public, because, let's face it, the United States is the only superpower left, and the United States, the President of the United States, uses that power in asking things of other countries. And I've maintained, you know this, Stevie, you've asked me this, I've looked at the transcript of what the President said in that conversation, and speaking as a lawyer, I see nothing criminal on the part of the president that rises to the level of pursuing articles of impeachment against the president.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I think the wise thing to do, but of course it's not going to happen. Just vote him out. Just don't vote for Donald Trump. That's fine. But do that next November. It's just a head shaker.
Well, that's right. That's what Nancy Pelosi initially said. She said, "Look, that's the way we will get rid of." The 45th president of the United States is through the ballot box, and obviously Nancy Pelosi succumbing to a lot of pressure coming from the liberals, the progressives in her party.
The squad. Hey, okay. So, and by the way, the John Durham report, the guy has stuff, and I just don't think anybody's going to know about it because it's not going to get a lot of attention or coverage.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of a sideshow going on because everyone's focused on the impeachment inquiry. Meanwhile, there's another investigation going on. I think the fact that you're bringing that up, Stevie, gives you a sense about how fast the news cycle moves, because that was a big story last week. And now we're into Thursday, Halloween Day, and this is the big story. It's obviously a huge story in terms of moving this impeachment process forward.
We'll see what happens, but John Decker is there, standing his ground, covering it as a journalist should. You're the man. We appreciate your objective reporting, my friend.
Oh, thanks a lot, Stevie. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
We'll talk soon. John Decker live at the White House, Halloween Day at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, where they are elated, because the Washington Nationals are World Series champions. They're going to have a big parade coming up this Saturday.
That's right.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, an offer today to help yourself because something's hurting, your shoulder, your calf, your knee, your foot, whatever it is, you deal with it because you've had treatment, you've been there already, and they never fixed it, and they said they couldn't. Well, Mettler Center goes a little deeper when it comes to their therapy, physical therapy that has the Mettler method invented by Paul Mettler, and it has a different philosophy on scar tissue. Mm-hmm. Diane and I have both.
Yeah, I had some frozen shoulder issues, and I've never looked back after my appointments with them and their recommendations of what to do. It's awesome. I can shower with both hands, scrubbing the shampoo in my head.
How about that? So if you want to go in for a free consultation that I've arranged for you, if you'll do that for 30 minutes, I'll give you $100.
Cost? About $100.
Yeah, about $100. Anybody remember that movie?
Is that Rain Man?
Yeah.
Okay.
$100, huh?
Yeah.
You know how much one of those new compact cars cost?
About $100.
Yeah. That's what I'm giving you is $100. I don't know why they came to my brain today.
Okay.
If you would like to participate, maybe you have a friend who deals with a knee issue. I don't know. I'm not telling you Mettler will fix it and put a Band-Aid on it and you'll be all better. I'm just saying you need to go talk to them. And then after that, I won't bother you anymore. But I'm just sold on what they do, and they do things when others haven't been able to do it. So if you want to spend 30 minutes at Mettler Center, if you've never been there, this is for somebody that's never been in their door. It's on West Windsor, right before the crossing, before you get to Windsor and Duncan as you're driving west. Off of Windsor on the right-hand side, you see the Mettler Center. You'll have to make an appointment within the next week. Just get that booked, and then when you're done, you'll have to give me some feedback. I'll pay you $100 to go to Mettler Center to check your deal out. I am giving you money, my friend. I am paying you to help you. I know. Hug. Virtual hug. 359-2255. Text in Mettler, M-E-T-T-L-E-R, Mettler. If you would like to take me up on the $100 bill, I mean, it's a dinner for a nice dinner for two. That's how sold I am on it. 359-2255. Text in Mettler. Text in Mettler if you want us to set you up. I only have a couple of spots this morning for this.
Okay.
359-2255. Text in Mettler. Stevie J pays you $100 to check something out you really ought to do yourself, but haven't gotten around to it. I get it. 359-2255. Mettler right now. I'm happy to help you because I care. Darn it. Sports headlines coming up.
As a farmer, your bank account should adapt to your seasonal activities. FarmWise is a customized financial services suite of products for all farm sizes. Checking accounts earning 0.50 annual percentage yield, operating lines of credit, equipment loans, and mobile online services. Heck, you can transfer money to pay down a loan from the seat of your tractor or combine. Don't miss out on FarmWise, brought to you by Prospect Bank, the Opportunity Bank. Online at bankprospect.com, equal housing lender, member FDIC, certain restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Stevie J. I've been using the corporate apparel from Game Day. They've been making these Stevie J Broadcasting button-downs, and I love them. And I just got 2 new in today, and the staff's excited because I don't have to wear the same shirt. So very excited for the repertoire change and all these fabulous corporate apparel shirts from Game Day. If you want a quote, I would suggest you email them, sales@gamedayspirit.com, sales@gamedayspirit.com. It's high quality. It's great stuff. You'll love it. Corporate apparel from Game Day Spirit. What do they got? 9 doctors of physical therapy at Mettler?
Yes.
I mean, they just got it going on.
Right.
Okay, again, we will let you know, reach out to you after 9 for all of you that have texted in to take me up on my $100 I pay you to help you deal.
Right.
All right. Somebody said the Astros losing.
Not only was an away team winning every game historic, but the Astros were the first team in over 100 years who didn't have a left-hand pitcher in the World Series roster.
That's because their bullpen was so dominant. And then they weren't dominant. I'm telling you, sometimes it just works that way. I'm kind of glad the Nationals won because then the Cardinals can say we ran into a hot team of destiny, a buzzsaw. Now, I've got, and when we get our sports done here, I've got the who's going to win the World Series next year odds from Caesars Palace. I'll tell you where the Cubs and Cardinals are in a moment. And we got your Illinois ticket package yet to dispense of this hour as well. Check your sports headlines now. The Washington Nationals, when they were 19-31, it was not likely, but they're the winners.
That's right. And it was so cool to see the guys in the after the game interviews, saying this team came together, that Robert Zimmerman draft pick, been with the team since 2005.
Yep.
And
full time.
That was a great story, coming from behind 5 times in the playoffs.
Well, this Anthony Rendon, who's a free agent, who's going to make $1 billion in elimination games this postseason, the man has had a walk, 3 doubles, and 3 home runs. And the Washington Nationals have come back 7th inning and later. I don't know how many times. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And they did it. Unreal.
Yep. 6-2 was the final yesterday. Now they'll have the big parade on Saturday. Washington Nationals win the World Series. Cleveland over the Bulls, 117-111. Kevin Love with 17 points and 20 rebounds. Bulls off to a 1-4 start. Indiana Pacers over the Brooklyn Nets, 118-108. Our Illini basketball team in action against Lewis. We've got some tickets to hand out for that game. On to the ice where the Blues beat Minnesota 2-1. Next up, St. Louis will host Columbus tomorrow. Our Illini in action against Rutgers with a 2:30 kick. When it comes to things that are trending in Illini Nation, unfortunately, the allegations of abuse from Larry Oladipo suspended, and the student discipline process has kicked in there. NFL tonight, San Francisco at Arizona. The Bears are in Philadelphia on Sunday. Colts are at Pittsburgh. Your Saints have a bye.
Yep.
Green Bay and the LA Chargers in the 3:20 game. Steph Curry suffered a broken hand last night. That's trending in sports news. Golden State Warriors lost to Phoenix 121-110 to add insult to injury, I guess. MRI and CT scan due to determine surgery and recovery time. We've got a lot of local teams that are preparing for the IHSA playoffs on Saturday. I know my Rockets will host Clinton. We are 8-1 on the season, so go Rockets. I know Fisher, I looked that up because I was thinking since they're bumping the Halloween trick-or-treating to Friday, November 1st, will that conflict with football? But, of course, they're playing Cumberland, and that game is on Saturday at 2.
Got Flora at Tuscola, Monticello, Duquesne, Nokomis at Oakwood, Prairie Central, Richland Country, whatever they are. Rushville Industry versus GCMS, the defending 2A champ. A Tri-County will be at Arcola, Tremont at Watseka, Atwood, Hammond, ALAH, all those teams down there at Carrollton. Mm-hmm. And as you said, Clinton at Unity. News-Gazette has all of that this morning. ESPN 93.5. Okay,
what you thinking?
Got to get the weather, then the odds, the baseball odds.
Oh,
and
that's
right in front of me. Okay, so the favored team to win it all next year, number one, according to this report, the Los Angeles Dodgers, followed by the Houston Astros, followed by the New York Yankees and the Atlanta Braves. Number 5 is Tampa Bay. Say what? 6 would be the Red Sox. This is odds to win the World Series next year. Oakland A's 7, Washington Nationals 8, New York Mets 9, then your St. Louis Cardinals are at 10. Where, you're asking, are the Cubbies? Minnesota's 11, and there are your Cubbies at number 12. This is some guy's opinion. Doesn't mean squat, and it's a day after the World Series because I got nothing else to do. ESPN 93.5 3-day forecast brought to you by Watts Copy Systems, your local copier printer specialist in Champaign-Urbana for the past 36 years. WattsCopy.com.
Up to 33, that's what we're at now. Down to 23 tonight. 80% chance of precipitation, windy, gusts as high as 25 miles per hour, and snow could come our way. Some are saying an inch.
Come on, man.
Sunshine, high 47 tomorrow, down to 32. Clouds on Saturday's forecast, high 40, low 30. Partly cloudy on Sunday, high 50, low 36. Right now we're at 33 on ESPN 93.5.
It's our buddy Troy Lands, 1-800-AIR Repair, Lands Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. How are you?
Doing well. This weather's kind of changed on us drastically, but we'll deal with it, right?
Yep, you betcha. And, of course, Lance standing by. Make sure that when we kick on those furnaces that they're ready to go. Why do we need to check those regularly?
Well, first of all, to be sure your filter is clean, because a dirty filter causes higher electric bills and premature failure of parts that should not fail as quick. And always a carbon monoxide to be sure that the flue heading out to the chimney or outside the sidewall is not rusted out, and putting carbon monoxide in the space to be sure that the heat exchangers are not cracked and are safe and running to the best of their ability.
And you know what? If it's not working, we know.
I know it. It's amazing. We've still had a few people that just now turning them on. I always think I'm going to wait till November, but I never make it.
Yeah, no, I can't quite do that either.
We got a lot of rain on Saturday. Was there some sump pump issues that you guys were dealing with at Lands?
Yes, there was a lot of sump pump issues. We had a broken water line in Mahomet underneath the concrete parking lot. So our guys were out in it.
Yeah,
Big time.
That's what you do. Okay, how do people get hold of Troy Lance, Lance Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing?
LanceInc.com or 355-5512.
You the man.
And I know you have, as a grandfather, you have some little kids that are probably, you've seen their costume. Do you have some, have you seen the little Peapod or what?
Not yet.
Okay, that's tonight.
You dressing up like Iron Man on the radio was awesome. And that took a lot of work, Troy. Way to go.
I know it. Put a lot of time into it.
You're the man.
Thanks.
That's Troy Lance, Lance Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Iron Man, all the Marvel characters, they say that's the hot costume.
Oh, yeah. Anything Marvel would be big time. Okay, our buddy Josh said, should I go to Honda BMW and get a CRV?
Well, yeah.
I said, I really like mine. So he came back a couple hours later and said, boy, I really like what I bought.
That's right.
And he got a tremendous price.
Uh-huh.
A tremendous price for a new CRV from Honda. You can go yourself and find out what they'll do for you today.
High fives to John Kerr for taking care of Josh.
Jonathan is former University of Illinois lineman.
That's right.
Played in the days, I think, before Jay Lehman, actually. Anyway, John Kerr helped him out yesterday. Honda BMW. You can go to drivechampaign.com, get started. But go over there, find out how you'll be treated, and I think you'll be extraordinarily pleased. DriveChampaign.com, say hey to Ben Quattrone, and you go drive a Honda BMW today, one of those vehicles, pre-owned, whatever you want. Last day of the month, little hint of, motivated.
Yeah.
They're going to want to get you in that vehicle today.
Right.
Today. Honda BMW, DriveChampaign.com. Are you interested in going to see a first look at Io DeSumo and the team? Kofi Cockburn, that's the guy. Of course, George Ebashonsvili. I mean, this is a team we got a lot of high hopes for. If you want to go to the basketball game Friday night for 4 tickets, check. If you'd like to go to Illinois Rutgers, because we've won 2 in a row in football, could be our 3rd Big Ten win in a row. What? I got you. Check. 4 tickets to that. 8 tickets. My last package for you.
Text in Illini 359-2255.
Text in right now 359-2255. 359-2255. 359-2255. Text Illini. What do you want to do? Dick?
Why not?
Dick Butkus, college uniform number 50.
That's right.
You see it on the east side of the stadium. 359-2255. Text in Illini. Any interest?
Yep.
Got you covered. Basketball and football. 8 tickets. Good luck.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Will Kane.
I'm not selling my stock on Baker Mayfield. He's being authentic. I like that. He needs to be better authentically. He needs to be a better leader. But he's not becoming a problem internally yet. This is a problem externally. He's taking it out on people like me. He's taking it out on people like other radio hosts. He's taking it out on reporters. He's acting unprofessionally with those he deems unimportant to his job. Are they or are they not? That's a subject for another debate. But until this is something that affects the team internally, in that locker room, with his coaching staff, with his teammates, I'm not convinced that this behavior here is one that's going to get in the way of Baker Mayfield being the quarterback that he can become.
Get more from Will Kane today from 3 to 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN News, or on the ESPN app.
It's time for some straight talk. You know those football players who are all talk, no show? Well, big wireless carriers aren't much different. Well, Straight Talk Wireless doesn't give you the hype, just the savings. For just $45 a month, you'll get the unlimited plan with 25 gigs of high-speed data, then 2G. No contract. All on the same 4G LTE networks as the big guys, but up to half the cost. Savings delivered right to your wallet. Only at Walmart. Savings may vary. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com.
You're a smart, hard-working roofing contractor. But how do you get ahead? By saving time with the Beacon Pro Plus app. The Beacon Pro Plus app works 24/7 for material ordering, automated rebate tracking, and online bill pay, all saving you valuable time. And during select weeks this fall, receive special rewards by purchasing high-quality CertainTeed products through Pro Plus. You work hard. Now, work smarter. Sign up for free at beaconproplus.com today.
I'm pretty sure our new house might be haunted.
What makes you say that?
The furniture is levitating. Oh, and the ghost.
Welcome home. Yeah, that's spooky. You know what's really scary?
Missing out on Geico for help with homeowners and renters insurance. Geico makes it easy to save a bunch.
Great! You're not sticking around, right?
The party's just getting started.
Happy Geico Week. Call today and see how easy homeowners and renters insurance can be.
Going to check your news. You're going to come back in just a couple of minutes with more on our 8 o'clock hour. Who we got here? What's your name?
Chris.
You win it all, Chris.
All right.
You have 4 tickets to Illinois basketball Friday night, 4 tickets to Illinois football. Winning streak, but whatever, no biggie. Yeah.
It hasn't happened for a while.
We got a winning streak, baby.
That's right.
Hey, listen, enjoy the basketball look with the exhibition game and the football. Go Illini. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
This is a Fox News alert. The House is getting ready to move forward in their Trump investigations. I'm Dave Anthony.
We know the game plan. We've seen it for weeks now. They leak what they want to leak. Republicans are criticized if they dare say anything about what's going on.
GOP Congressman Michael Burgess, but House Democrat Jim Himes also told Fox that the witnesses will be given, their testimony will be made public, and it will be a public process. Fox's John Decker live at the White House.
The House set to vote this morning on rules governing the next phase of the impeachment inquiry. The resolution drafted by House Democrats lays out the ground rules for public hearings, provides procedures for the president and his lawyers to respond to evidence, and also sets out the process for considering articles of impeachment in the Judiciary Committee and in the full House. The measure is expected to be voted along party lines. Only 2 Democrats remain non-committal. Republican lawmakers and the White House have criticized the resolution as a measure that's coming too late following weeks of closed-door depositions. Dave?
John, a National Security Council Russia expert is leaving that job, is being questioned this morning in the House inquiry about the Trump-Ukraine call. Fox has learned the White House tried to stop Tim Morrison from appearing, but the Intelligence Committee issued a subpoena. He did not give an opening statement. A new wildfire was sparked early this morning in California.
The Hillside Fire in North San Bernardino. It's burned about 200 acres so far. A mandatory evacuation is underway for that area right now. 4 homes have burned.
Fox's Christina Coleman in Simi Valley, where another fire keeps burning out of control. Firefighters have been able to protect the Reagan Library nearby. The much bigger fire in Sonoma County that burned down dozens of homes, almost half contained. A lot of happy baseball fans in Washington after the Nationals won the World Series.
We took it home. The Nats won this in 7. I was ecstatic.
They beat the Astros in Houston 6-2 in Game 7. America's listening to Fox News.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I'm Dr. Bob Arnott, and I treat pain with Salonpas. Before you take anything for back or joint pain, I recommend applying topical pain relievers first, like Salonpas lidocaine patch. Salonpas lidocaine contains the maximum strength lidocaine available without a prescription. It blocks pain receptors, providing effective, long-lasting, and non-addictive relief. Also available in roll-on or cream. Look for the silver Salonpas box in the pain relief aisle. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Look at our top Fox News story. The House getting started, preparing to vote on a resolution to move the process forward in their impeachment inquiry. There is one big potential witness looming. The National Security Advisor President Trump recently fired.
House Democrats have invited former National Security Advisor John Bolton to appear for a deposition November 7th. But Bolton's attorney, Charles Cooper, says his client will not appear without a subpoena. During testimony last week, America's top diplomat to Ukraine, Bill Taylor, told lawmakers Bolton was concerned about the president's actions towards Ukraine. Democrats also want to press Bolton on his frustration with President Trump's lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, who former officials say he called the, quote, hand grenade. Should Bolton appear, he will be the highest profile former Trump administration official to be interviewed so far in the Democrats' impeachment inquiry. In Washington, Sean Lanchel, Fox News.
It's Halloween, and some kids aren't so happy because Mother Nature is playing tricks, which is postponing the treats in some areas. Snowy weather has places around Chicago delaying trick-or-treating, wind and cold and rain also canceling events from Cleveland to New England. But for most of the rest of us, the doorbell will ring a lot tonight.
This year's most popular Halloween costumes come from a couple of 2019 films. So you'll probably see more than a few folks dressed up as Captain Marvel or the Joker. Those stats come from Fandango Now. As for what we're hoping for in our treat bags, the website candystore.com looked at dozens of years of data, and Skittles came out on top as the most popular Halloween candy in the U.S. That was followed by Reese's Cups, M&M's, Snickers, and Starburst. It seems candy corn is pretty controversial because in addition to making the best list at number 6, it made the worst list at number 1. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
On Wall Street, the day after the latest Fed interest rate cut that sent the S&P 500 to an all-time high, stock futures are moving lower. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. Probation is a sentence for a Rantoul man who admitted he robbed a man outside a Rantoul motel in September. 30-year-old Stephen Houston pleaded guilty in October to aggravated robbery. He admitted that on September 5th, he took money from a man while he was believed to be in possession of a gun. Another charge of theft from person was thrown out as part of the plea deal. A Mahomet man is facing drug charges after police found several ounces of cannabis in his car. 22-year-old Justin Creighton was arrested after a deputy saw his car weaving over the center line on Illinois 47 in Mahomet and initiated a traffic stop. The deputy could smell cannabis, and a drug-sniffing dog helped to confirm that. Creighton had almost $900 in his pocket, and a search of the car turned up a backpack that had just over 9 ounces of cannabis and a digital scale inside. He has been charged with possession with intent to deliver cannabis and possession of 100 to 500 grams of cannabis. He'll be back in court next month. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
You want to make a splash. You want to impress your guests. You want them to walk out saying, wow. If you're planning a corporate event, private party, or need a customized menu, you need Miga Restaurant. From big business to small parties, Miga's private rooms can accommodate all party sizes, and they'll give you the luxury you deserve. Call 398-1020. Miga Restaurant.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. Finding your way to retirement may feel like working your way through a maze. Without a guide, it's hard to see if you're headed in the right direction. We can offer guidance along the way to help you see the bigger picture and make good financial decisions. Contact us today at 3017 Village Office Place, Champaign. Call 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Why do so many go to Honda BMW of Champaign? Is it the selection of hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles? The easy location off Neal at Burwash Savoy? Or the fact that they're an award-winning dealership getting incredible reviews year after year from their customers? Yes, it's all of the above. Before you buy your next vehicle, give Honda BMW of Champaign a chance to earn your business. Honda BMW off Neal at Burwash Savoy, or go online, drivechampaign.com. Alrighty, a check of your Halloween day forecast, even a peek to Saturday's football game. Diane Ducey.
High 33 expected today. Snowy and windy. Later. I'm sorry.
It is October.
It is.
Yeah.
High 47 tomorrow with sunshine, down to 32. Clouds on Saturday's forecast with a high 40, low 29, and up towards 50. Sunshine expected on Sunday. Right now, the temperature's at 33 on ESPN 93.5.
I am kind of mesmerized right now by a tweet. My son Christian retweeted this tweet, and here's somebody with a lawn chair out in the great Northwest. I would guess, I don't know, Montana or Idaho. I don't know. Grand Tetons. So he's sitting there with his lawn chair, looking at the beautiful river and beautiful scenery. And then a grizzly bear just kind of strolls up there. The grizzly is yawning.
Okay.
And just kind of staring, probably 10 feet away from this guy who's videoing this. Grizzly bears you have to be careful in because they can essentially kill you.
That's right.
So the grizzly is there, and he's just looking over, maybe thinking fish here, not necessarily human. But what would you do in that situation? What would you do?
Totally still, obviously.
Well, you're just filming this, and you're very, very close, and you're dead if he decides.
I mean, it looks like it's close enough that the guy could reach out and pet it.
Which would be my inclination. Oh, look, the grizzly sat down.
Oh, it's sitting down next to it.
I mean, what is I'm at Stevie Jay Twitter.
Right.
I'm going to retweet this. If you want to go to Twitter, at Stevie J.
Oh, FM on the back.
At Stevie J FM.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just gazing. Yeah. I just want to go hug.
Well, he's probably just waking up from a nap.
But look at that.
Because he's like chewing.
Kind of headed now the other way. He's 5 feet from this man.
Okay, then he kind of discovered, oh, gee, there's somebody there.
But he would smell that.
You'd think.
Well, yeah. I don't know exactly what a human being should do in that situation. We are trained, now that we are Patty's certified scuba divers from last weekend. My ears are still bothering me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sorry about that, though.
Yeah, it's okay. We are trained if we see a shark that we stay low and still and observe and just kind of look, because they say every time sharks don't really care about you.
But if they do get close, punch them in the nose, Stevie.
I think
they're sensitive.
But you're not going to have much momentum in water. It's not going to hurt.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
It's kind of slow.
Okay.
What you do is you observe and then you slowly swim away. You don't go grab the fin.
I don't know that I'd want my back to them.
You can kind of swim with your sideways kind of thing, looking around.
Oh, jeez.
But I don't know what I do with this grizzly. I'm going to retweet this now.
Okay.
At Stevie Jay FM, and you can tell me what you would do. Share tweet, right? Is that what I do?
Yes.
I don't retweet very much.
I don't either.
Well, now it just gives me a bunch of...
Well, and you can make a comment, and you can say...
What would you do?
ESPNCU, we're asking the question...
I don't know. I don't think you do anything, because if you run, you cannot run the bear.
Right. That's right.
They've got that.
And, there is that method that Jim Gaffigan brought up in the bit of just, getting the fetal position and getting a little ball and make yourself like unknown to the bear.
Yeah,
so
and he said, who wrote those rules? Did the bears write those rules?
Right.
Play dead, cover yourself in honey, and put yourself on a white plate.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and he said, if you're in a sleeping bag, there's nothing you can do. You look like a giant burrito.
That's right. All right, I'll retweet if I can figure it out, because I think I just lost everything. I don't know how to do this.
So the description of the bear scene, Daskell said, we're looking at the phone and describing the grizzly bear that sat down next to a guy who was in a lawn chair by a stream.
Yeah, but I don't know what you would do.
Right.
I just don't know.
And what this guy seems to be doing is just remaining calm.
Yeah, well, he's got a great video of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's 8:12. We got a new World Series champion. We'll do that next.
It's that time again to award the My Office Plus and Long's Garage Player of the Week. The Week 9 My Office Plus and Long's Garage Player of the Week is not just one Player of the Week. The Athletes of the Week are all the local teams that made it to the playoffs this season. In Class 1A, we congratulate the 7-2 Fisher Bunnies, the 7-2 Arcola Purple Riders, the 5-4 Salt Fork Storm. In Class 2A, we congratulate the 8-2 Watseka Warriors, the 8-1 GCMS Falcons, the 7-2 Oakwood Comets, the 5-4 Villa Grove Blue Devils, the 7-2 Tuscola Warriors. In Class 3A, we congratulate the 7-2 Paxton Buckley Loda Panthers, the 5-4 St. Joseph Ogden Spartans, the 6-3 Monticello Sages, and in 4A, we congratulate the 8-1 Solona Unity Rockets and the 6-3 Clinton Maroons. Congratulations to you all for winning the My Office Plus and Long's Garage Player of the Week. Good luck and safe travels to all the local teams headed to the IHSA state playoffs in football. The Player of the Week is also sponsored by Prospect Bank.
Mulder Financial is your one-stop mortgage shop. I'm Jay Lehman, former All-American for the University of Illinois. I'm now a licensed real estate agent, and I get to work with mortgage brokers all the time. But who do I prefer most, and who do I use to put a loan on my own home? Mulder Financial. Quick pre-approval. Great rates. Mulder Financial, your one-stop mortgage shop. Visit MulderFinancial.com or in person at the corner of Windsor and Duncan at The Crossing to start your journey now.
Hi, I'm Habib. This year's Live to Lead was the best one ever. So we're hosting an encore presentation of the exact same program on Tuesday, December 10th at 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. at the I Hotel. John Maxwell, Angela Arenz, Marcus Buckingham of Strength Finder, Chris Hogan, and Rachel Hollis of Girl Wash Your Face. They rock the house. Don't miss this opportunity. Bring your team, bring your spouse, bring a friend. It'll be an amazing program that you won't forget. Buy your tickets at HabibHabib.com.
Around this time of year, I miss comfort food from home.
How about heading out to Curtis Orchard at 3902 Duncan Road in Champaign to eat at the Flying Monkey Cafe?
What? That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's Curtis Orchard's Wizard of Oz theme, and homemade lunch combos are a great price and available from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. until they close in late December.
Curtis Orchard? I'll bet they have great apple pies, too.
At least half a dozen pie options. It's awesome.
Wow, good tip. I just looked them up at curtisorchard.com.
I don't really hit my Twitter. I'm not very active, but at Stevie, JAYFM, I just retweeted the grizzly bear next to man, kind of gazing at the beautiful scenery and wherever that would be.
I'll see if I can like that, and I'm at Diane_Ducey.
Yeah. Do you know the impact of your 3-digit number, your credit score? Busey wants you to get educated. Busey encourages you to get smart about credit. Here's why. 1 in 3 consumers don't know their credit score. With good credit, you can buy a home, purchase a car, start a business, get a job, establish utility service. It's pretty important. Do read the fine print on the credit application, the do's and don'ts here. Do be wary of anyone who claims they can fix it. Do pay at least the minimum due every month. Busey's The Pillar magazine is a great resource for learning money management. Get smart about credit with Busey. Speak with their experts at 800-67-BUSEY today, or just stop by one of their many convenient locations. Busey wants you to get smart about credit. It's a good idea. Busey for over 150 years. Member FDIC. Got a little Matt Napolitano standing by. He was in Houston last night. Can we start with that?
That sounds wonderful. What a win for the Nationals, 6-2 over the Astros to take the World Series. Here's Matt's report.
For the first time in franchise history, the Washington Nationals are World Series champions. The Nats coming away with a Game 7 victory tonight over the Houston Astros to win the World Series 4-3, capping off a historic feat of all 7 games in this fall classic being won by the visiting team as the Nationals won their 4 at Minute Maid Park. The Nationals tuning out naysayers as they were able to come away with the World Series win without slugger Bryce Harper, whom they lost this past offseason to a long-term deal with the Philadelphia Phillies. Matt Napolitano, Fox News.
So a lot of wows in that. All the games were won on the road.
Yep.
The Senators won in 1924, but nothing for the Nationals since they were established in 2005.
And rally on Saturday in our nation's capital. There'll be a lot of people there.
That's absolutely right. Steven Strasburg as the MVP. He's 31. Right-hander that went 5-0. 1.9 ERA with 5 postseason starts and 1 relief appearance. So good stuff for the Washington Nationals. Feeling good today about their winning the World Series. On to the NBA. Cleveland over the Bulls 117-111. Pacers over the Brooklyn Nets 118-108. And Golden State was beat by Phoenix 121-110. And in the process, Steph Curry at the age of 31 suffered a broken left hand. MRI and CT scan due to determine surgery and recovery time for that. Illinois basketball in action against Lewis. That game tomorrow. And congratulations, Chris Mitchell of Mansfield will be going. He's also going to the Illinois Rutgers game at 2:30 on Saturday. It's Dad's Day weekend. Lots of festivities for the dads planned out at IlliniDads.com if you want to get in on that. NHL action, Blues over Minnesota 2-1. Next up for St. Louis, they'll host Columbus tomorrow. That's pretty much sports. I'm Diane Ducey.
Again, getting ready for a weekend busy with sports, including, of course, the Fighting Illini taking on Rutgers. We are a 21-point favorite, but I'm sure we got our helmets strapped on straight and wouldn't dare look by anyone. Telltale sign was after we beat Wisconsin. We were firmly grounded and ready to play Purdue in a really bad weather game. Saw Dre Brown rush for over 150 yards. So we're excited because we have a chance to win 3 games in a row in the Big Ten. First time since, I think, Ron Zook. Ron Zook went 6-0 to start that year, and I think there were 3 Big Ten wins in a row there. Anyway, it'll be great. Unbelievable that we're in the bowl conversation, and different bowls are taking a peek to see if they want to get us or see what we're about, because we have arrangements in the Big Ten with 10 different bowls, I believe. So a lot of bowls to go around, and the fact that we're talking about this when before the Wisconsin game we were talking about Lovie Smith's football replacement for head coach. Yeah, how things can change in sports quickly. Let's check your weather.
We're at 33 now, and that's our high for the day. Temperatures dropping to 23, and with this 70% chance of precipitation and temperatures dropping, that means there could be some snow for Halloween. Winds up to 23 miles per hour. Sunshine tomorrow, though, as we begin November with a high 47, low 32. Some clouds for Saturday, high 39, low 29. Up to 50 with partly cloudy conditions on Sunday. Right now, we're at 32. ESPN 93.5.
Yeah, I should say some were talking about Lovie Smith replacements. I never did. I'm sick of it. We've had 6 changes since 1990.
That's right.
That's too many. 8:20. We're not thinking about it anymore. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's play.
I'm Liz Clayman, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Americans are making a little more money and are spending. Personal incomes rose 0.3% in September. Spending increased 0.2%. Both of those numbers are not a surprise. More people were filing for unemployment benefits last week. The number of new claims rose by 5,000 to 218,000. Though the increase is more than expected, it's still in line with a healthy job market. The Labor Department releases the October employment report tomorrow. Apple reported a stronger than expected quarter, and it's optimistic about the holiday season. Facebook also reported a stronger than expected quarter. Fiat Chrysler, which makes Jeeps, Ram trucks, Dodge, and Chrysler brands, is merging with France's PSA, the parent company of Peugeot. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola. Invested in you.
I'm Maria Bartiromo from Fox Business. My parents lived the American dream. My father cooked in his restaurant. I was the coat check girl. Today, I'm still working the hardest I've ever worked, giving my viewers every tool I can to help them succeed.
I'm Stuart Varney from Fox Business. My first investment, traveling the world for about 5 years and ending up right here in America. Damn good investment, actually. Fox Business.
Invested in you.
Your passion is what makes your business successful. You are completely invested in the needs of today and your dreams for tomorrow. Whether you want to expand your business or streamline operations, Busey offers business and wealth management solutions to meet your needs and achieve your dreams. Visit Busey.com or stop by one of our many convenient locations for solutions to your banking and wealth management needs. Busey, your dream, our promise. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey guys, it's Shane from Rosati's. Hard to believe, but Christmas is less than 40 days away. And I'm here to remind you that gift certificates from Rosati's Pizza make a great gift or stocking stuffer. Right now, buy $25 in gift certificates and get $5 for yourself. You're giving and receiving when you shop local with Rosati's Pizza. Again, buy $25 in gift certificates and get $5 for yourself. We're making your holiday shopping easy this year. Stop in Rosati's at 701 South Gregory in Urbana or give us a call at 328-2334.
Hello, this is Shane Coulter from Country Arbors Nursery. In 1865, my great-great-grandfather, Robert Blaine Coulter, came to Central Illinois with dreams of growing plants for a living. 5 generations and 144 years later, I'm proud to say we're still growing plants for Central Illinois. We're still a business where you can come out to the store and see the same faces you've seen for decades, where you know the employees by name. If you had our landscape crew come out 20 years ago and build your patio or plant your trees, we're the place they're talking about when they say check with your local nursery. Country Arbors also has mulches, stone, and rock. You can find out more information about our history at countryarbors.com.
Hey, this is Kirk Herbstreit. This team's going to need to change the momentum in the second half. Let's listen in to the head coach to hear his halftime speech.
Listen to me. It all comes down to now. I want to see some fire. A fire that could perfectly grill an accurate smoked sausage. And I want to see more from you out there. More flavor, more condiments. This is a home gate, after all. Now start eating like you belong here.
Yeah! Okay, now I'm fired up. Eckridge, you... Do you?
It's Halloween! Trick-or-treating Champaign tonight, 6 to 8. I can't figure out the half-hour. Just be home at 5 ready to go.
Yeah, and
just
make sure you got a clear path and the lights on.
I guarantee you this will be an early arriving and early exiting crowd because if it's raining, they're not going to last long.
They're just going to get down to business.
Yep, I would expect people in my neighborhood to be there at 5:45 and then hit it while there's a smidge of light left.
Mm-hmm.
And then the older ones will probably be out a little later.
That's right.
Because when it comes to sugar addiction, we're all on the page.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, the House is beginning their debate on all this process for impeachment, and to me, it is not fair. The whole thing. I think Americans really understand fairness, and you can remove your hatred for Donald Trump. There's nothing he's done that's impeachable, and they're just going to go ahead and do it. And you're just opening a can of worms for other administrations and reasons you go after somebody you hate. What happens if this John Durham report comes out and shows Barack Obama was very much involved in looking in on Donald Trump during the campaign of 2016? Hillary Clinton, we know, was behind the FISA, the report that led to the FISA, the report that the Clinton campaign paid for that was bogus, that started the whole you colluded with the Russians thing. That was Hillary. Where's the outrage? And then the Benghazi thing was one of the most bothersome things in the 8 years of Barack Obama when they lied about what happened. And I think that's egregious. We know that because of Hillary's email that's public to Chelsea that night. And then for 2.5 weeks, they said it was a spontaneous reaction to a movie, a video. And then they went and arrested the movie guy.
Poor guy.
For 5 months.
I know.
What
Sat
happened
in jail.
What happened to him? Talk about your fall guy. Well, we arrested that guy. It wasn't because of the movie.
Right.
It was an attack on our embassy in Benghazi. We never should have been there. We lost Chris Stevens, the ambassador, 3 other brave Americans. And there was no outrage for leading the American people down the wrong path for weeks and knowing it ahead of the 2012 Mitt Romney election.
Mm-hmm.
Might have had an impact.
Mm-hmm.
But
remember
we
talking to that guy, Tonto Peranto or whatever.
Yeah, he was amazing.
And saying, we were ready to get in our outfits and ready to go, but they wouldn't let us change, and we had to sit there and wait.
Yep.
Ugh.
It's just, there's just not a lot of, in my opinion, the thing is so unfair when it goes to standards for impeachable offenses. And if you hate Donald Trump, you've got plenty of reasons. But it should not be based on hate. It should be based on law. And whether this is big enough, whatever you think the phone call was with 10 people listening and the transcript being out, but others having other concerns and the transcript was edited, that's unbelievable to believe that all those people would collude to change a report. I don't think so. I just think you've got to find something. And the fact that there's been 8 or 9 things they've tried to hang on this president, I can't stand him. He shouldn't have won. We got to make sure that we get him out because we might not beat him in 2020. So you don't trust the electorate to make the choice. If you don't like Donald Trump, just vote him away. Just don't vote for him. That's fine. That's how it works. But to get him because you can't trust the candidates you have is amazing. And I don't think most of the country has any idea of the details and minutia of all this, and I don't blame them. Hard to keep up, hard to watch. All they know is Trump, impeach, Trump, impeach. So then the pollsters go around and ask more Democrats and Republicans and say, do you think he should be impeached? And, it's growing. It's not fair. A lot of things in life aren't fair. And this whole procedure is like, you've got to be kidding. I think they're going to impeach him. I don't think the Senate will do anything. Controlled by Republicans, Senate's not doing nothing. But you have an impeached president running for office, and they hope they can damage him enough to hurt him. And I think there's a lot of people going, this isn't right. Those that are aware will say it's not right. The others that don't really know will go along with the crowd. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Sadly, it's what we got. But man, if you're in on this and you're looking at this pretty closely, if you're not partisan, you're impeaching him for what? What? Wow. Can you imagine if you had every phone call, every transcript, you had people that hated you working in the government that had access to all your phone calls, how bad that would be? That's what he's got. It's not fair, and you don't have to vote for him, but what's happened to him isn't fair. News coming up.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands. Here's a great offer from Lands. For a limited time, we're offering instant rebates up to $1,000 or special long-term financing with approved credit on qualifying train systems. That's $1,000 in instant rebates or special financing. Call Lands for details or find us online at landsinc.com. And remember, it's hard to stop a train. Any season, anytime, you can count on Lands.
See Lands or visit train.com for complete program eligibility dates, details, and restrictions.
Get the roof your home deserves. Roof Doctors. They have honest, reasonable rates. They give you competitive prices up front. No gimmicks or contractor pricing games. You can rely on Roof Doctors. No deposit required. No subcontractors. Over 30 years in business in the industry. Check out Roof Doctors at roofdoctorsco.com or call Tammy or Randy at 328-7529. Roof Doctors, 328-7529.
I'm pretty sure our new house might be haunted.
What makes you say that?
The furniture is levitating. Oh, and the ghost.
Welcome home.
Yeah, that's spooky.
You know what's really scary? Missing out on Geico for help with homeowners and renters insurance. Geico makes it easy to save a bunch.
Great. You're not sticking around, right?
The party's just getting started.
Happy Geico-ing. Call today and see how easy homeowners and renters insurance can be.
How good are PXG clubs? Golf writers describe them as absolutely remarkable and the best golf clubs out there. Our customers call them insanely good and say they live up to the hype. So what are you waiting for? Step up your game and enjoy golf more than ever. Call 844-PLAY-PXG. 844-PLAY-PXG. Or visit pxg.com to book your custom fitting. PXG. Nobody makes golf clubs the way we do. Period.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Chris Foster. The House is debating a resolution now laying out the impeachment process going forward with a vote expected this morning. Today's witness in the inquiry is Tim Morrison, a member of the President's National Security Council who's resigning.
Tim Morrison is the second White House official to testify who was on the phone call when President Trump asked the Ukrainian president to investigate Joe Biden and his son Hunter. Morrison is expected to corroborate key elements of testimony already given by the acting U.S. ambassador to Ukraine, who claimed that military aid to Ukraine was being withheld until President Zelensky announced such an investigation.
Fox's John Decker at the White House. A 17-year-old Indiana boy pleads guilty of murder. Stabbed a girl to death who was pregnant with his baby. He told police that he was mad she waited too long to tell him to get an abortion. Aaron Trejo's been in custody since December. America's listening to Fox News.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Monticelli with your ESPN 93.5 local news update. A Mahomet man is facing drug charges after police found several ounces of cannabis in his car. 22-year-old Justin Creighton was arrested after a deputy saw his car weaving over the center line on Illinois 47 in Mahomet and initiated a traffic stop. The deputy could smell cannabis, and a drug-sniffing dog helped to confirm that. Creighton had almost $900 in his pocket, and a search of the car turned up a backpack that had just over 9 ounces of cannabis and a digital scale inside. The 2019 Illinois report card is out. WLS says graduation rates held steady and the state's reading performance was even for 2019. We continue to have trouble with truancy. This year it hit its highest level since 2004 at 13.4% this year. The rate of chronic truants more than doubled from 3.2% to 8.6%. You're up to date. I'm Jamie Monticelli.
Did you know that October is National Orthodontic Health Month? Angel Smiles Dental wants you to join them in celebrating the power of a smile. Whether you're 12, 16, or 60, a perfect smile is one of your best assets. People everywhere appreciate a friendly smile, so make sure yours is the best in town it can be. Now through the end of October, come in for a free consultation at Angel Smiles Dental in Rantoul. Schedule your appointment at 892-8868. 892-8868. That's 892-8868.
This is a cow whose milk became everyone's favorite cheese at the craft fair. But cheese only lasts so long. The impression a small business makes needs to last much longer. And now Vistaprint is introducing free shipping on all business cards in any quantity. Choose from hundreds of fresh designs tailored to your type of company, or upload your own. The choice is yours. The time is now. For a limited time only, get free shipping on all business cards in any quantity with promo code 7272. That's promo code 7272 at Vistaprint.com. Vistaprint. Own the now.
It's time for another My Journey with Mettler.
My name is Christina Slaby. I love doing physical therapy at Mettler. I did my own research because I knew of some other physical therapy places my friends had gone to and they weren't too happy, so I wanted to find a place that I was really happy with. And that's what I think is really special about physical therapy at Mettler is that one-on-one attention the whole hour that you're there. It really helped with like strengthening and like figuring out a lot of issues that I didn't think I have.
Start your journey with Mettler Center. Visit MettlerCenter.com today.
Why do so many go to Honda BMW of Champaign? Is it the selection of hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles? The easy location off Neal at Burwash Savoy? Or the fact that they're an award-winning dealership getting incredible reviews year after year from their customers? Yes, it's all of the above. Before you buy your next vehicle, give Honda BMW of Champaign a chance to earn your business. Honda BMW off Neal at Burwash Savoy, or go online, drivechampaign.com. All right, peek at this weather report from meteorologist Mike Anderson.
And he's looking for the, scrapers right now.
Tolona's reporting
slushy stuff on the windshield there.
Looks like I'm eating the Tootsie Rolls. Well, nobody coming by my house.
That's right.
Yeah.
Cloudy, windy, snowy later. We've got temperatures dropping down to 23. We've reached our high of 33. 47 with sunshine tomorrow, down to 32. That's why Fisher, Farmer City, and Mansfield have said, let's do Halloween on November 1st.
Not that unique. According to Fox, Cleveland to Chicago, there are towns all over doing that.
Is that right?
Yep.
What about All Saints Day when we honor?
I think you move All Saints Day to the 2nd and 3rd. Okay. Make it 2 days. Yep.
We've got some clouds on Saturday with a high 39, 50, partly cloudy on Sunday, 32 now on ESPN 93.5.
Well, I got Pastor Dave Johnson, Muhammad Christian Church. Dave, how are you?
Oh, I am living the dream, serving the king, and making the devil mad.
You are the man. Living Flag program, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tell me about this, Pastor Johnson.
Well, I'm excited to do so. Thank you. This is our 15th year. It's a community God and country celebration. We have over 1,000 people who come every year from all over the central Illinois area, and it's just a great salute to our veterans. This year, it's a program called Welcome Home with a special salute to our Vietnam veterans. And it's a multimedia, incredible sight to see if you haven't seen it before. We include groups from all over our Champaign-Urbana community, including the University of Illinois, their Air Force ROTC drill team, their Honor Guard, Lincoln's Challenge drill team, the Penrod Cadets, and school groups. It's incredible. Everybody pitches in and makes a wonderful, wonderful salute to our servicemen.
It's a great show. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What are the times, and does it cost money to come?
This is absolutely free. We don't even take up a love offering. It's Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night at 7 p.m., and then on Saturday afternoon, we have an afternoon matinee at 2 o'clock. A lot of people don't like to drive at night, or other groups from assisted living or whatever. They bring buses, and it's a great afternoon program.
We ought to be praying for our leaders, correct, Pastor?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We are in a time now that is unlike any other time in my lifetime, where you do something like the Living Flag, there'll be some people living here that are actually American that won't want to do it or take a knee. It's crazy what's going on. This is the greatest nation on earth, Pastor.
Ever.
Ever.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. We need to love God and love people, right?
Absolutely. That's what it's all about. And this is one of our ways of giving honor to whom honor is due. And there's so much criticism today, so much nitpicking, so much division. And just to stop and say thank you, a well-deserved thank you, means so much in a time like this.
Well, it's wonderful what you're doing. It's Living Flag program Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And you said matinee Sunday at 2?
Saturday.
Saturday at 2. Okay, so you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights at 7. Saturday at 2, it's absolutely free. Muhammad Christian Church, easy to find?
Yes, we're on Lake of the Woods Road, right across from the Lake of the Woods golf course.
Well, listen, Pastor Johnson, I've always said that the further this country moves away from God, the worse it's going to get. Let's move closer, my friend.
Absolutely. Trying to nudge us back a little closer to home.
Listen, thanks for what you're doing. Thanks for who you're serving and also the impact you're making, Dave. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having us. Appreciate you.
Always a pleasure. Dave Johnson, who's pastor of Muhammad Christian Church, Living Flag this weekend. You'll feel good when you walk out. You will have some joy, and you'll feel great about America.
Yeah, we need more patriotic programs, and I know a lot of schools are keeping the kids in for Veterans Day, which is on a Monday this year, and they say they want the kids to go to these programs, and then at the schools they want to host veterans and have them come in for a breakfast or lunch and talk to the kids in the classrooms.
What's Larry Canfor and Rotary doing? They're having you take a veteran to lunch?
Yes, that's 1-to-1. Why not on that Monday the 11th have a veteran come out to eat with you, and you can sign up as you go to the 1-to-1 site right now. Actually, we just got a press release on that. So
you'll be hearing a little more from that from us, but we think it's a great idea to celebrate, and particularly Vietnam folks, because now they're aging, and now we're getting Vietnam guys that were 70s now. They came back, they served their country, they did what they were told.
Right.
And people spit on them.
I know.
Okay, some did. 8:40. Gonna check your sports coming up. Got a new World Series champion. Washington Nationals win.
There's a time for work, there's a time for play. There's a time to do things you don't do every day. There's a place to go for tools and machines, and people with knowledge about these things. We've been here since 53 to meet your rental needs. When the time comes, we're the place for everything. Rental City.
Stop and smell the roses in life with technology, the hustle and bustle of life, or just stress. So many factors can make life less enjoyable. Blossom Basket Florist can help take some of the stress away and make you feel better with a bouquet of their flowers in your home. The fresh smells and the vibrant colors of their flowers can put your mind at ease. It's the small wins in life that make the world a better place for each individual. So head online to blossombasket.com and place your order today.
It's one of the largest shows in Central Illinois, and it's just in time for the holiday season. Don't miss the 40th annual Kris Kringle Arts and Crafts Show, November 1st and 2nd at the Garden in Urbana on West Killarney Drive. Over 60 vendors, all on one level, and goodie bags to the first 100 attendees each day. Don't miss the 40th annual Kris Kringle Arts and Crafts Show, presented by Illinois Heartland Decorative Artists. Go to ihda.us. And don't miss the 40th annual Kris Kringle Arts and Crafts Show, Friday, November 1st from 3 to 9 p.m. and Saturday, November 2nd, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pack your bags and get ready for a trip of a lifetime with the all-new Champaign Outdoors Adventure Travel. They're visiting 3 amazing destinations next year. You can check out the pristine beaches and volcanic national parks in Costa Rica, enjoy sun, waterfalls, and wine in Croatia, or go on the ultimate bucket list adventure as you trek up Mount Kilimanjaro to reach the highest peak in Africa. These are all small group trips only, available to you in the Champaign-Urbana area, and include experienced guides and luxury accommodations. So what are you waiting for? Start your adventure today by visiting champagneoutdoors.com/travel.
I said it's 100 days till pitchers and catchers report. So something like that, because you have 30 days in November, 31 December, 28 in February. And then I think they show up like February 10 or something. There's an early start. Baseball, I think, starts March 23 this year, something like that. Regular season.
In 2020?
Yeah. Wow. It's all getting earlier and earlier. It's going to be chilly and cold in those games. I won't be going to any baseball games in March.
No
way. All right, we jump to our morning sports. One more report from Diane Ducey.
All right, Nationals win the World Series with their 6-2 victory over the Astros. In fact, all the games on the road were won by the opposing team, the visiting team. So it's such an unusual statistic.
Well, if it doesn't drive home the home field advantage, who cares?
Right.
At this point, it didn't matter this year.
We've got a report now from Matt Napolitano.
For the first time in franchise history, the Washington Nationals are World Series champions. The Nats coming away with a Game 7 victory tonight over the Houston Astros to win the World Series 4-3, capping off a historic feat of all 7 games in this fall classic being won by the visiting team as the Nationals won their 4 at Minute Maid Park. The Nationals tuning out naysayers as they were able to come away with the World Series win without slugger Bryce Harper, whom they lost this past offseason to a long-term deal with the Philadelphia Phillies. Matt Napolitano, Fox News.
Steven Strasburg voted MVP in the game, and the Senators beat the Giants back in 1924, but that wasn't the Washington Nationals until 2005.
Yeah, and that's franchise moved from Montreal to Washington and became the Nationals. So this franchise has never won one, but Washington, D.C. has had a World Series champion. And somebody texted in, how long before we hear that the Nationals don't want to visit the White House?
That's right.
I guess over-under would be 10 days.
Okay, this dude said 24 hours. But they have the parade coming up on Saturday, so at least they'll get over that.
Maybe Donald Trump should speak at the rally.
Yeah, just call that good, so we don't have to hear all the
there
hubbub.
You go, and have them boo and everybody record it.
Whatever.
It'd be good, yeah.
Cleveland over the Bulls 117-111. Bulls are off to a 1-4 start. Kevin Love on that game with 17 points and 20 rebounds. Indianapolis's Pacers are winners over the Brooklyn Nets 118-108. But what's trending in NBA stories is Phoenix over the Golden State Warriors 121-110. And Steph Curry suffering this broken left hand. He's 31. MRI and CT scan due to determine the surgery and recovery time for him. We had the Blues over Minnesota 2-1. Next up, St. Louis will host Columbus tomorrow. We have our Illini basketball team in action tomorrow with the only exhibition game against Lewis happening at 7 o'clock. Chris Mitchell of Mansfield is one of our winners of tickets. He's also going to the Illinois-Rutgers game at 2:30 on Saturday. Tonight in the NFL, San Francisco is at Arizona. And then we have Sunday's contest. The Bears are at Philadelphia and the Colts are in Pittsburgh. Green Bay takes on the LA Chargers. New Orleans Saints have a bye.
Nice week off. All right. Mm-hmm. Hopefully the Bears can get it going. Who they play?
Philadelphia.
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
That's at Philadelphia. Oh, boy. Yeah. 8:45, a little uncomfortable. I generally put a lot of people on the radio. I will not be doing this interview here. Just got an alert that Best Buy is going to give you a sneak peek on the specials. Go fish. I am such a local guy. I'm going to go to Good Vibes or Premier Sound and Design. I'm going to stay local. You know that if we don't try to do everything we can to buy local, it isn't going to be here. This whole Amazon thing, and I use Amazon, but when I can buy local, I certainly don't like going into stores and looking at the tag and going on my car and ordering on Amazon. I just like having local people around, and most of Champaign County is local and small business. And if you can, I don't say pay more or pay an arm and a leg more, but we are getting so soft because it's so much easier to push send and pay and have it come to your door for free. How do you compete with that?
Well, and it's exciting to get a package, but to me, what's the next steps? If you were to order something and have to plug it in and do the remote and program all of that, I mean,
well, what happens?
That's why I reach out to Good Vibes is that service after the sale.
And they're going to have these doorbusters where they sell these big TVs for $199,
and there's usually like three of
them.
Yeah,
and you get in there.
That's the bait.
That's so bad because some people camp out. For a selling television for $199,
right,
because there's not enough of them to get everybody in the line anyway.
I feel like we've kind of moved away from that, and I feel like it's turning into Black November. And especially this shopping season starting so late. Yeah. I mean, the Parade of Lights is the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and that's November 30th. So, anyway.
I've just kind of gotten even away from interested in the shopping buses to Chicago because you're taking revenue out of Champaign County. I think it's great to go see Chicago and the city light, all that stuff. But, man, we just being a small business owner, I totally get it. And I really understand that we need to be as good as all these big guys, but we can't buy 100,000 televisions at once, so we can't get the price as low as we'd like. But otherwise, say goodbye. And you know what the bottom line is? People don't really care. They just don't. It's convenience. It's price. It's everybody will say, "Oh, we want local business." They don't care. They're not going to do it because they're going to do what's convenient and the best price. That's what we all do, and that's fine. But when it's close to even, I would just really encourage you to support the mom and dads in Champaign County.
Speaking of that, Larry Camper Gallery with $3 off on your 2020 calendar.
Oh, boy.
In the month of October.
That's a
So
top
move on that now.
Well, today's the last day.
I know.
That's a top 5 seller in the country.
I know.
He's amazing.
I love those shots in that calendar.
No, it's remarkable. Larry and Lena Canfor are hosting a Stevie J travel trip to Tuscany, which is sold out.
Yes.
With a waiting list. We needed a bigger boat.
That's great.
Yep. Weather next.
If your engine or transmission isn't running the way it should and you're not prepared to invest cash in a different vehicle, Long's Garage in Urbana puts miles back into the one you're driving by installing a Jasper remanufactured engine or transmission. Jasper Engines and Transmissions backs their products with a nationwide 3-year, 100,000-mile parts and labor warranty. Call Long's Garage in Urbana at 367-3942 and ask for a Jasper remanufactured product.
Looking for a place to host your company or organization's holiday party? Looking for great food and drink options? Look no further than Gifford's Long Branch Steakhouse. Donnie and the crew would love to host your private celebration Sunday, Monday, or Tuesdays in downtown Gifford. Steaks, seafood, chops, chicken, ribs, and more. Call 568-7722 for details. That's 568-7722. And don't forget, gift certificates from Long Branch make great stocking stuffers. Earlier today, we had a Go Stever offer via It is snowing. That is snow, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, I'm happy. I don't have a scraper. Didn't believe it was going to happen.
Well, Mike has found ours. Especially because he's listening to the radio. Every time I bring it up, he's like, grrr.
That's okay. Hey, we're going to write a musical today. It's going to be good. We're happy.
But
it's
I
a great
am
day.
seeing, as you look at the bushes, it's a little white on top there.
Well,
wow.
There we are. That's great. That means it's going to be sunny in March this year. Yay.
Okay.
All right. Stevie J's Go Stever. Today's offer, Metler, where I pay you actual cash to help yourself. If you go to Metler for that free 30-minute consult, they do physical therapy a little deeper than anybody else. They have a method that is theirs called the Metler method. Paul Metler invented it, and it works. Diana has had that. I've had that. It's amazing.
Yes.
I went through a bunch of physical therapy, and I left with a really swollen calf. Nothing happened. Then I went there, and 30 minutes later, he took the leaves out of the gutter, so to speak, and the water drained. Okay. I said, I'm in. 30-minute consult. It's free. I've arranged for a totally 30-minute free, and then I'll pay you $100 just to help yourself. If something hurts on your body, or you know somebody who does, why not? You go, they say can't help you, you get my $100 anyway. Or you go and you say they can help you, bang, you're in.
So I was talking about the weather, has a 359-2255 from Brian, a text in that says there was a note that the snow was supposed to move out by 4:30 or 5 this afternoon. So it looks like we might have clear shot, but a cold evening with wind chills.
We need our snow boots. I hope not. Anyway, Metler, 359-2255. Text in Metler. Last chance, take advantage of that. You have to book something within 7 days, get it on the schedule, and then tell me what you thought when you're done. 359-2255, text in Metler. Give you $100 to help yourself. Here we go with the weather.
Snowy and windy. We've reached our high of 33, down to 23 tonight. Mostly sunny and a high 47, low 32 tomorrow. Clouds on Saturday's forecast with a high 39, low 29. Partly cloudy and a high 50 by Sunday. Right now we're at 32 with some misty light snow coming down, I guess. I don't know what you call that.
It's snow.
You know, the Eskimos have 22 words for snow, so this one's kind of a weird one.
Yeah.
With it being misty snow.
Yeah, it's snow.
And we're right at 32, so
if you
it's
can
right
see
in
it,
between.
it's snow.
Okay.
Yeah.
32 now on ESPN 93.5.
Hello, this is Shane Coulter from Country Arbors Nursery. In 1865, my great-great-grandfather, Robert Blaine Cultra, came to Central Illinois with dreams of growing plants for a living. 5 generations and 144 years later, I'm proud to say we're still growing plants for Central Illinois. We're still a business where you can come out to the store and see the same faces you've seen for decades, where you know the employees by name. If you had our landscape crew come out 20 years ago and build your patio or plant your trees, we're the place they're talking about when they say check with your local nursery. Country Arbors also has mulches, stone, and rock. You can find out more information about our history at countryarbors.com.
This is a cow whose milk became everyone's favorite cheese at the craft fair. But cheese only lasts so long. The impression a small business makes needs to last much longer. And now Vistaprint is introducing free shipping on all business cards in any quantity. Choose from hundreds of fresh designs tailored to your type of company. Or upload your own. The choice is yours. The time is now. For a limited time only, get free shipping on all business cards in any quantity with promo code 7272. That's promo code 7272 at Vistaprint.com. Vistaprint. Own the now.
The hammering, the sawing, the drilling, all the sounds of the workplace are music to our ears. You can be a part of construction projects large and small as a Carpenters Local 243 member. Learn to excel with apprentice and journeyman training. Members enjoy all the benefits this internationally recognized union has to offer. Join the Local 243 family tradition. Contact Carpenters Local 243 at 217-356-5463.
Hey, it's Stevie J. So I have these new Stevie J Broadcasting logoed shirts that I got from Game Day Spirit. I get so many people looking at them, asking where I got them. It's because the logo looks great and the quality of the shirt is really nice. Anyway, it's a great product from Game Day Spirit, locally owned and operated. They're professional and they'll take care of your corporate apparel needs just like they did for me. Get a free quote. Email sales@GameDaySpirit.com. That's sales@GameDaySpirit.com. Okie dokie. Jeremy Warner's show is coming up next. Stay safe as you trick or treat around your hamlets and villages and towns as you collect your goods. And remember, when you buy your candy, buy something you like so you can eat it.
That's right.
Always fun.
Fisher, Mansfield, and Farmer City tomorrow, 5 to 8.
All right, we'll see you on Friday.
Enjoy Halloween.
Yep, you too. That's Diane Ducey, Mike Ditka, Brother Johnny tomorrow, and a new law enforcement official of the month tomorrow on the program between 7 and 9. I am Stevie J. Thank you so much for listening. Have a safe and a wonderful Halloween. We'll talk in November. Have a great Thursday.
Did you know the manufacturing industry employs more than 11,700 women and men in Champaign County? Join Champaign County EDC and the Atkins Group as we celebrate National Manufacturing Day and Illinois Manufacturing Month this October. Local companies like Latania Sports Group, APL Engineered Materials, and Apprentice are opening their doors to the public for tours, and we're proud to celebrate their contribution to our local economy. To learn more and register for these tours, visit mfgday.com. That's mfgday.com.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. At Provident, our job is to help clients plan for and get through some of life's toughest challenges. Our mission is to provide each of our clients with individualized strategies, premier service, and independent thinking to help them achieve their financial goals. Contact us today at 3017 Village Office Place in Champaign or call 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
At AutoZone, we're all about giving you more ways to get the most out of your ride, no matter the road. Our free AutoZone Fix Finder service not only identifies your check engine light code, but also troubleshoots the likely cause of your check engine light for free, helping you save time and money. Looking to drive with better fuel economy? Right now, get 2 bottles of Seafoam Concentrated Fuel Injector Cleaner for just $8. Visit us at AutoZone.com and start your job fast. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
We checked out the reviews of the Illini Inn, now fully renovated in Campustown at 4th and Daniel, Champaign. Here's what stuck out. Best TVs you can see from any angle. Fast service, nice staff, and it's still the Inn. Check out the Illini Inn, an Illinois tradition for students and townies since 1970. Serving cold drinks and a full menu, the Illini Inn, 4th and Daniel, Champaign. Dealing Dealing with technology can be confusing and frustrating. With all the disorienting details of both wired and wireless technologies, it's easy to get things confused. Area-wide Technologies in Champaign makes sure your virtual private information is secure and allows you peace of mind that you will always be connected to customers and their problems. Give Area-wide a shot at 359-8041 or head to their website at www.areawidetech.com and let them take the confusion of cybersecurity out of your hands.
Officer Walton, I appreciate you explaining some parts of your career with Champaign Police.
Yes.
Do you have a goal of working with kids in the future?
Yeah, absolutely I do. I guess in the near future here, I'm pursuing a school resource officer position, which, that would basically place me in the school to be able to educate and, of course, continue to be a law enforcement official and maybe even kind of help the kids, when they're having tough times, to kind of advise them and give them some guidance. So that's my short-term goal, to try to become a school resource officer. So I think that's just kind of my niche, dealing with kids and community. And right now we've got so much of a disconnect between the youth and the community. So I love that challenge of being able to kind of reach back and kind of giving them some direction and some guidance.
How can we encourage a better bond between police and community?
Yeah, well, I think it starts on both sides. As far as the law enforcement side, being more active, meaning, sometimes you got to get out of your car and just start speaking to people.
Law Enforcement Official of the Month brought to you by SK Exteriors. Their website, callsktoday.com.
The sounds of fresh meat grilling, the sounds of the marching Illini, and the sounds of Lovie Smith and his Fighting Illini taking the field at Memorial Stadium. Ensure you have the best tailgate and get your meat from the U of I Meat Sales Room. They have fresh meat weekly, sausage, bacon, and eggs too. It's local fresh meat from right here in Champaign-Urbana. The U of I Meat Sales Room, open Tuesdays and Thursdays 1 to 5:30 p.m. and Friday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Located off Florida on Maryland Avenue in Urbana. Have the best tailgate this season when you buy your meat from the U of I Meat Sales Room.
What I love about Premier Sound is that you come to my house or my business and you install everything, because guess what? I don't want to sit there and try to do that stuff.
We will come to your house, we'll set it up, we'll install it, we'll deliver it, we'll do it all. So you have nothing to worry about. All you have to do is give us a call or come on in, check out our dish network, check out our televisions. It doesn't matter if you buy it from us or not, we'll still install it. We will always match and beat everybody's price.
Awesome.
Those little companies, Amazon and Best Buy, you ever heard of those guys? Mm-hmm. We will match and beat their price every single day of the week.
And on fire is Dish Network right now.
Absolutely, buddy. We'll come in. You come on in. We'll give you 6 free receivers. We'll install it. We'll set it up. We'll do it all for you at no charge. You will love Dish. Dish Network has those remotes that you could just talk into. Just talk into. You could say an actor's name. You could say ESPN. TV goes right to ESPN. You could record 16 channels at once. You could do everything from your remote. Watch, playback, pause, do anything you want in any room. You'll love Dish Network. You got to come check it out. Corner of Prospect and Bradley in Champaign.
You're listening to WXJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.